What up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. So today's Weekends with Winter vlog episode, I don't know what you call these things, but today is a little bit different than what you have been used to. My last two vlogs have been what I call more aspirational. And this week's episode is a little different. It's more inspirational. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a certified life coach and I teach a workshop all around how to find your passion. So I wanted to come to you today and I wanted to talk about what is passion and why you haven't found yours. I had to stumble and learn all of these things on my own. So I wanted to dispel all the myths around passion and help you build a solid foundation. The first thing I like to tell people who come to my workshops is I'm passionate and I will try anything once, and I'm usually moving from interest to interest, picking up interests and putting them down. And that's really what started me on this journey. I hated coming into work every day, wasn't feeling motivated or inspired. I had been looking at people blogging full time, living out their dreams, young people in their 20s, some moms were doing this, and they were just so passionate about their work, and they were doing this while raising families, while working full-time jobs. And I thought, I want to do that. So I started this little blog, and that's where my passion journey began. But I had started and stopped so many things. I had a podcast. I was a part of a life coaching team. I wanted to be an actress at one point, host television shows. I wanted to be a journalist. None of these things panned out. But with the blog, I really wanted it to last. So I started reading up on passion and trying to figure out, how can I make this venture last? And one of the things that I first found out that changed everything for me, we have the definition of passion completely wrong. Everyone thinks passion is this task-driven thing. You would do it in your sleep if you could, or you do it for free because it fills you up so much with joy. You see people who are actors or painters, and passion can be that. But passion, how I define it, is what your life looks like when it's ideal. So think about it. Who are you spending your time with? Because the people in your life, they're your passions. What are you doing in the time that you spend with those people? What are you doing in your solitude? So passion can be being in nature. Passion can be learning something new, traveling. Passion can be all of that. So I like to really kind of break down the meaning of passion, because in so many ways, we've been getting it all wrong. And I want to take away the stigma that passion has to be some task that you do or get paid for, or it has to be your full-time work. Again, passion is what your life looks like when it's ideal. And I know, obviously, life is never ideal, but we don't start with the fact that life is never ideal. We just start with what we want our lives to look like when it's ideal and work from there. So that's the first thing you're getting wrong. Somebody has told you that passion is one thing and it's not. The second thing that we're getting wrong around passion is that you think passion won't change. Passions are going to change. I'm a life coach, I have a blog, I now have a vlog, I worked in real estate. Passion changes because we change. We change, and a lot of times people say people can't change. That is so not true. The thing is, people change within, they just don't always have changed behavior. The thing is, people change within, they just don't always have changed behavior. And what I mean by that is, as you have more information, as you have new experiences, you have small changes in the way that you think and the way that you feel. So I love to let people know, if your passions are changing, that means that you're changing. So we think, oh, that interest in writing or acting, it's just a fly-by-night thing. And it may be, and that's totally fine, because with the change, that just means that it's a redirection into another avenue. You have the experience from the initial interest, and now you have more information, and now you can pivot. The third thing that people misconstrue about passion is that they think they actually have to find it. Passion is trying to find you. Passion may be telling you something in the music that you listen to. Could it possibly be telling the person who loves a love song that, hey, I really want love in my life. I want to find my soulmate? So if you're someone who, when you travel, you like to go on adventures, you like to explore, you don't like to stick to a routine or a schedule, passion may be telling you you need a little bit more adventure in your life. You need a little bit more opportunity to explore and meet new people. So know that it's not that you're trying to find passion, it's really that you're trying to locate the passion that's already displaying itself in your life. So the fourth thing you're getting wrong about passion, you're thinking about the how and not the why. How am I going to travel? It's a pandemic. I don't have any money. I've been laid off. But if you think about the why you like to travel, maybe, it makes you feel a sense of freedom. Maybe it introduces you to new food. You can still experience new foods in your city or your town by just traveling to a new neighborhood. You can go to a restaurant alone, sit at the bar, and talk to the bartender. So there's tons of different ways to experience that passion without actually having to do the thing that you've defined. The great thing about passion for me has always been the unfolding of it, the experience of actually living it and seeing what happens next. When I started the blog Weekends with Winter, eventually I would start a passion workshop. That wasn't in the plan. The plan for me was to be a blogger. The plan for me was to get brand deals and to make a little bit more money on the side. The plan was not to connect with an old high school friend who invited me to be a life coach with her and a couple of her other friends and start a workshop called the Passion Workshop. That wasn't in my purview. All I knew was that I wanted to start this blog, and the blog began that journey. Without the blog, I wouldn't even be sitting here talking about passion to you. So get away from the what, the how, and really focus on your why. The why and the journey is the best part about passion, because the journey is really where you learn. The journey is where the fun is. The journey is where the heart is. A lot of people, when thinking about passion, try to connect to, well, I went to school for this. My parents may be disappointed if I don't go in this particular direction. There's not a lot of money to be made in this. And they don't think about the thing that sets their souls on fire. I can't tell you how many times I've had women who are mothers come to my workshop, and when I tell them initially about how passion is what your life looks like when it's ideal, they start to think, well, I should probably focus on my family, right? My passion should be my kids. My passion should be being a great mom.
You watch TV? Of course you can watch TV. Watch TV till your eyeballs bleed, okay? I don't care. I can't take it anymore. Go watch anything you want.
All of those things you can be passionate about too. But passion, when I say it derives from the heart and not the mind, what I mean is there aren't enough words to even explain what that feels like. It's just a feeling that you get and you know. It's like the hair standing up on your arms, right? It's the feeling of excitement that you get when you hear something ringing true that you may have never heard before, but once you hear it, it's a truth that you always knew. That's passion. And when you hear it and when you know it, you connect to it in a spiritual, deep sense, and you know it's for you. So again, passion derives from the heart. The mind will only complicate matters. So again, that is passion, and those are the 5 reasons why you haven't found yours. Number 1, you don't know how to define it. Number 2, you think it's a task-driven thing. Number 3, you actually think you have to go out and find your passion. Passion is trying to find you. Number 4, you keep thinking about the how and not the why. And finally, number 5, passion, it derives from your heart. Your mind complicates matters. You've been thinking about it in a very mind-driven way, and you need to think about it in a very heart-centered way. So I hope this helps you. I hope this dispels some of the myths around passion. I'm excited to bring more videos like this to you and talk to you on a personal level about my journey and what I've experienced, and hopefully that helps you in some kind of way. I would love to know in the comments below, what are some of your passions right now? What are the things that are setting your soul on fire? What's your favorite song? What books do you tend to read? I'd love to know in the comments below. See you next time, guys.